What's up, wonderful people? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, I am so grateful to have you back. So a number of persons have reached out to me to do a video pertaining to things to consider when immigrating to Canada. And as usual, I am very happy to share information and also my experience. So in today's video, I will be sharing some things that one should consider if you're planning to immigrate to Canada. So let's get started. So the first thing to think about is your mental health. Is your mental space strong enough? Especially if you are coming alone, like you're coming into a new country and by yourself, no family, no friends or close neighbors. This is something that can impact you mentally, and so it is so necessary that you question yourself if this is something that you will be able to cope. Right, there are so many persons who came and have left to their home country, whether it be temporarily or permanently, because they have experienced loneliness in whatever way that they did. And I'm not sure if like persons never thought of this, and so it's like they came and they just of themselves experiencing loneliness. So like for me, I came with my husband and my two children, so I never experienced loneliness, but other persons have. And so it is so necessary and important that you are prepared and make sure that you are strong enough and able to cope in this situation. Another thing to consider is, where do you want to live? Like, be specific. This requires you doing your own research based on important factors like minimum wage and taxes, as this differs in provinces. I know in Ontario the minimum wage is $15, but like I said, this differs in provinces. It is good to also talk to persons who are already living here so that you can get like more real life guidance that will help you to make the best decision that will be more suitable for you in terms of where you want to live. Another thing to consider is, if you plan to drive when you get here, your driver's license from your home country is valid for 90 days. And if you have an international license, it's valid for 12 months. I'm not sure if this is the case in all provinces, but this is what it is in Ontario. And this may differ depending on the country you are coming from. So make sure you get all the necessary information as it relates to this. Also, I would suggest that if you're planning to drive, make sure that you get an official driving record or driving history from your home country. I know I know that with this document, that it will help you to like, it will allow you to kind of like skip the process. So instead of starting like the process all over from the G1, which is like a learner's license, you will be able to jump to a G2 RG, which is a more advanced license. So that is up to you. I mean, just be prepared, because you may not plan to like buy a vehicle as you get here, but the bus system, even though it is good, there are places that the bus doesn't go. And also you may take the bus and it takes you like more than an hour to reach, versus a car would take you like 20 minutes. So I mean, just be prepared just in case you want to buy a vehicle in the first couple months. This is necessary because with the G1 license, even if you purchase a vehicle, you won't be able to insure it, and these two go hand in hand. you won't be able to insure it unless you have a G2 license. And with the G1, you will have to wait like 8 to 12 months before you can get your G2. So it makes sense to just be prepared, right? Another thing you want to think about is if you are coming with children, depending on the age, like daycare is super expensive. The younger the child is, the more money you pay. So for kindergarten, they start them at 4, and that is free. So if your children like will be 4 in just a couple months or a year, you may want to ask yourself if is now the best time to go. Like, I mean, like, I would wait the couple months for he or she to turn 4, as that will help in cutting back on your expenses. Like, more than likely, you will be either going school or work, and if there's no one to look after your kids, then daycare will be the only option. So you can bear that in mind just to be prepared. Another thing to consider is if you are planning to rent somewhere when you get here, the fact that you will be new to the country and so you will have no credit, you will be required to get a guarantor to sign for you. This is highly likely. Also, you will be required to pay insurance prior to finalizing your rental agreement. So make sure you bear this in mind. You will be required to pay a month's deposit, sometimes 2 months, depending on the landlord. So be prepared and be mindful of scammers. A lot of scammers are here, so make sure that whoever you're talking to, that it is legit before you make a deposit. Another thing to consider is money. Like, do you have enough that will sustain you for the first couple months, whether it be 6 months or a year? As everything here is super expensive, whether it be rent, mortgage, grocery, like everything. So it is so necessary that you are prepared in terms of having enough cash, because like the money you come with here will be gone in no time. And so it is also necessary that you start with your job hunting the moment you get here, as this may take some time. Not in all cases, but it is highly possible, especially if you have your career in your home country and want a specific job. Make sure that you have a strong mindset. Like I mentioned this in my last video about having a strong mindset as it relates to jobs. So just be flexible and be willing to take jobs that are available, because waiting on a specific job may take a year or even 2 years. So just be open and be flexible, and you should be okay. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you find this video helpful. Please feel free to share with family and friends if you know they are planning to immigrate to Canada, as this video has some really important tips. And remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as a video is uploaded. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.